Mr. Brown.
All right. Thank you. I'll try to be as brief as possible. First of all, good afternoon to everyone. So wonderful seeing your lovely faces. Mr. Moon is just, he's going to be so extra. I asked him if he could video record me for my intern. I have to turn in 3 15-minute videos, so this is going to be one of them. So real briefly, we just want to go over the procedures. As you know, first of all, on behalf of administration and on behalf of the safety committee, we just want to say thank you all for doing such a wonderful job on the fire drills and on the cold yellow drills. I had an opportunity to shadow Mr. Timmer as we went throughout the 900 hallway, and then it was so great to see how quick that the classrooms and the hallways were empty. I think the times were probably about 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Just to see the kids in line quietly, everyone waiting by their children. I mean, it was a phenomenal job. So I do say kudos again on behalf of the administration team and on behalf of the safety committee. That's really big. So again, I just want to go over the blue sheets. Some of you all may be familiar with these from last year, and some of you all may not as our new teachers. The blue sheets are our procedures on what we should do in case there is a bomb threat. All right. We want to make sure first and foremost that we keep these probably folded up in somewhere that the kids can't see them. I think it's probably very important not to incite any panic or anything like that. Mr. Timmer and I was talking about it. We went into a lot of detail. Keep them under your phone. Of course, if your desk is anything like mine, I probably, keep it like on the side, taped up, so the kids would not be able to see them. In the event that we do get a bomb threat, first of all, Ms. Giordano will probably be the first notification because they will call her and she'll be able to patch it over. But during the safety committee meeting, we said, what if there's someone that calls and specifically asks for a teacher? Well, there are two things, and we discovered. Of course, during instructional time, we probably do not want to answer personal phone calls. Something that I didn't know myself. If there is an outside call, our phones will do like a double ring. Like really quick double ring. That's how you know that it is an outside phone call. If it is an inter-office phone call or inter-school phone call, then it'll be one ring. Those are okay because it might be a teacher, it might be admin, it might be something. But in any case, we don't want to answer phone calls that are outside during personal time, during our personal instruction time. But in the event that you do happen to pick up a phone and there is a bomb threat, there's two things. Of course, you want to try to keep the person on the phone as quick as possible. And I guess it would be a smart idea to try to pass out these blue sheets now so y'all can look at them. So that is my fault, y'all. I'm extremely nervous trying to get down with this. Aww. And Moon looking at me with the camera, so I'm trying to get to it.
I'm not trying to look at you, bro.
So a few of the things that we went over with the safety team is if in the event that someone does call, and all of these are simply precautionary measures. If someone calls with a bomb threat, the first thing you want to do is, if you can look on the checklist, there is a series of questions. You want to try to keep the person on the phone as long as possible. That will give the first responders or the 911 enough information that you need to give them, okay? If you just so happen to pick up the phone during instructional time, what was talked about is you want to make sure that you can send a note over to admin or have a student to run that note over to student services as quickly as possible. I do know that we had discussed some form of a card system that we would keep, and if we were to answer the phone during instructional time, you would give that to one of your trusted students. Your student would run that over to student services, and then administration or someone in student services would look at that card, know what color the card is, and then they should know what to do. But we haven't had the cards yet. We're still getting those from Mr. Timmer, still dealing with that. In the event, write a note, fold it up, get it to one of your trusted students, and have them to immediately run that over to student services or Ms. Giordano in the front, and they'll know what to do. At that time, if there is a bomb threat, admin or someone on the PA system will call for a code yellow. They'll call for a code yellow. And of course, we know the procedures for a code yellow. We want to try to get or keep students out of the hallways. So that is no one kind of leaving out of the classroom. If you have some students that are coming into the classroom, we do want to allow them in. But I think the most necessary thing is that we want to make sure that everyone is calm, that there is no panic, and that we have accountability of our children. All right? One more thing that I wanted to acknowledge, Mr. Timmer personally recognized how great everyone was doing on the fire drills. Of course, we know the procedures as far as the fire drill. We want to make sure that when we hear the fire drill, we're lining our kids up, we're going to the door, we're looking out of the windows, checking once, checking twice, leading our kids, going out to our designated areas, making sure that we have our flip charts, making sure that we have our attendance sheets, making sure that our kids are quiet and they're held accountable. So if there's anything else, again, everyone should have a blue checklist. I think one thing that I'm forgetting, if there is a bomb threat, again, we want to make sure that there's no cell phone usage and no radios. Times like that, it might trigger off a bomb. So again, we want to remain calm, but make sure that we're staying off of those frequencies. Are there any questions up to this point? Okay, very well. And the last thing, I know that they had talked about code red procedures for different areas of the school. Now we're going to talk about some code red areas for people that are in the library. This paper is available for you on the teacher resource file. So in the event that there is a code red and your classroom is in the library, I'm just going to read this off real briefly and we'll be done. Thank you. If you're using the library and our school has a code red, please see the procedures below. There are 2 empty rooms that will be utilized that can be locked from the inside. Please be sure that your class finds the locations listed below in the order of priority. There is a teacher workroom, which can be used for library staff aides, students in the library with a pass. There's also a teacher collaboration room. We can use that for classes that are in the library with their teachers. And also the computer audio visual, that will kind of be a last case resort because there's a lot of material and a lot of devices in there that could be torn up, so that you can kind of use that as a last case kind of scenario, but that room is available to use. Please enter the door, of course. You want to lock the door behind everyone, turn off the lights, and make sure that the kids are quiet and safe until the code red is lifted. If there's ever 3 classes in the media center at a time and lab 914 is open, students using the media center computer lab will enter the 914 lab and they'll follow the same procedures. If using the 914 lab for emergencies, please be sure to know where your out of sight is and have the students sit accordingly. I do know for sure that those doors are usually locked, so make sure that they are locked, cut off the lights, and make sure that our children are quiet and out of sight. All right, are there any questions?
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
So, for example, if I take my students there to do a test, I do not have a key to lock
The computer
the
lab
computer
doors?
lab.
They should already be.
It's a push button lock from the inside too on the one to the library. The one to the hallway is a locking door, just like 608, 905.
Okay.
It's a lock.
Okay, so he said they should stay locked, but in the event it is a push lock, you can be able to lock it.
And it was unlocked today, just for the record.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right, any more questions? Oh, y'all are awesome. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Brown. And we have Ms. Contry, who is going to go next and just talk about her grades.
Good afternoon.